He came from the same place Wemby came from.
Yeah.
They come from that planet. Because I'm like, you're 17. Your first touch should not be that clean. You should not have that much composure. Like,
you're doing this to grown men.
Bro, and the crazy thing is, when the next World Cup comes up, he still won't even be 25. Not this one coming up next year, 2026. 2030, he won't even be 25. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the Champions League edition. You have myself, Tosin alongside Coach. No Dean today. He just needed a break from life, so it's just us two. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thankful for all things in life. You know? Yeah, man.
And we're also thankful for the 18 games that we saw today. We're going to go through all the 18 games. I know you probably only watched Arsenal.
I watched Arsenal. I had an eye on a couple of other games. But just before we start, a lot of you are gambling degenerates, right? And I wasn't aware of this. Like, do you know what it was like for me, actually? It was like discovering black girls do coke. Like, that's what, no, seriously. I'll never forget, like, years and years and years and years ago, like, when I was, like, still studying and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then finding out there's a bunch of girls doing coke and all of them, like, literally in this party, and all of them were black, bro.
And it shocked you.
And I was messaging my boy on BBM, like, brother, I never knew black girls did coke. Like, I was stunned. And today, like, I know obviously gambling's a thing, I get it, but so many people talking about ACCAs, like accumulators. I'm thinking, what? Over and under this?
I'll tell
Women
you what.
were doing this. I was like, be a lady. Like, what is wrong with you?
I saw a young lady today tweet about she has a parlay, and I was just like, all right, what are we doing here?
Why does she even know what that word means?
And like the thing is, it's not even about women. Just like I've seen people who don't even watch football is talking about, well, this 18 games of bet. I'm like, yo, where have we gone as a society? Like, what is happening? And the thing is, like, in as much as I love football and I know how so many games will go, I would never bet on football. I just think, one, gambling is just immoral. Number two, is just like, it's just degeneracy, and it's bad, man. It's bad.
Do you know what it was? Do you know what it really was? It was like a long episode. Yeah, it was like basically Uncut Gems, but like just for 90 minutes, basically.
Yeah,
I was like, wow. Like, I'm getting updates and groups. I'm thinking, what? Like,
and I don't want to get too off topic.
Let's shame them. We're gonna do some good old gambling shaming.
The thing is, so I'm rewatching Mad Men, right? Yeah. And I know this has nothing to do with what I'm doing, but I gotta go back. At this time in the 60s, everyone's wearing suits. It's like there's like some sort of decorum in society, right? Like where you couldn't do certain things, like you would do it behind closed doors, like which is why Pee Wee Herman got arrested. Yeah, like things.
I'm just saying.
Like society is at the time they had shame, right?
Yeah.
We've become such a shameless society where I'm seeing Speed in Peru put his hand up with a fist and bark at people. I'm seeing people.
Honestly, he is a real life cartoon. He's just living life as a cartoon. That's what he is.
Someone said that his life is a bunch of Family Guy cutaway scenes.
In fact, you know what's so funny? I'm actually in the middle of just like watching random Family Guy scene episodes right now as well. Yeah, that's facts. That's absolutely facts.
Yeah, but back to what I'm saying, it's everything together. We live in a very shameless society where people open about gambling. When I grew up, if you were to gamble, you'd be shamed for that. You know, like that's some stuff you go into the back alley and do, right? Like some stuff like you go somewhere and you figure it out.
You know what to do? Speaking of suits and shit, we need to go back to the Prohibition era. How about that? Let's go back to the Prohibition era, right? Where gambling and moonshine and shit is outlawed and shit, right? That's what we need to go back to because I'm sick of this.
We gotta mix
women gambling.
We have to go back to the Prohibition era mixed with Sharia law.
Honestly, do you know what? Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's just move on, man. Like,
so those 18 games, Liverpool, PSV, we're going to talk about that first. There's not really much to take away. Liverpool rotated that side heavily. Mm-hmm. However, if you have not seen Bakayoko's goal, please, I beg of you, go watch that goal. The fact that he's left-footed and he finished that with his right foot like that, the first touch himself, like he had the two defenders literally behind each other, just literally shifted. It's like watching Michael Jackson dance in the 80s. It was crazy shifted. And then he finished it with aplomb. So go watch that goal.
And guess he was talking about, that's why I want them about Arsenal. Gabby, please, it will never happen. And that's not our speed. Like,
Gabby, I'll get to you. Gabby, I'll address to you later. Bayern Munich beat the brakes off of Slovan Bratislava. They could have done more. Harry Kane's finally scoring goals that are not penalties. So there you go. However, the big takeaway from this game was obviously we knew they're going to beat them. Was Kingsley Coleman at the end. I'm not sure if you saw it. Kingsley Coleman tried to do a shot, and it was bad. It's one of those things that
I didn't even see that. But I think the biggest takeaway from this probably happened after the game. Matthias Tell seemed to be waving goodbye to the Bayern fans. So where the fuck is he off to? Sunny Manchester.
Yeah. And it's funny because today someone was just like, Man United still have clout. I'm like, I don't think some of you guys understand like what that institution is.
It's put like this. It's an eternal deal of the devil. Literally, there's a devil on your crest, guys. Like players are going to always want to join Man United. It's that simple. Like they're always going to want to join Man United. But I don't know. He could go. To be honest, he could end up going anywhere. He could end up in flipping Saudi for like the way John Duran is going.
Someone tweeted today, it's probably Kareem, and he tweeted 2015 Man United got a 19-year-old French winger. 2025, let's make that happen again. And you forget how young Tell is. He's still 19. He's still a kid, and he's very raw. He's still got all the potential in the world. I would love to see him in that left-hand position, obviously.
Yeah, I think this as a player, I think his USP is his ball striking. He hits the piss out of a ball so well. I know his right foot is a cannon, but his left foot isn't that far behind as well. Yeah. And that the fact he hasn't scored a goal this season is more about the fact that Bayern's firepower is ridiculous, and their main number 9 is arguably still the best 9 in the world right now. So, I wouldn't read too much in that, but yeah, he's still very raw. But when you can hit the ball that well, that young, you have to there's enough to work with there. There's enough to work with there. Simple.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I mean, Lucas Podolski made a career, out of hitting the ball really hard. So,
you know, it's funny when I sent you the kebab thing earlier today. I thought of Lucas Podolski.
Yeah, because he did end up in what you call it in Turkey for a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he's selling. I think he's now selling kebab, and I think that's he has like a bunch of shops. Like he's made even more money.
Yeah, he's German, so yeah, that does track. So.
Yeah, Dortmund, they beat the hell out of Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm looking down here because there was a goal. It was Garassi's goal and Ben Saibi's goal. Ben Saibi's goal was crazy because he's a defender. You should not be doing that.
The way he sat down, the keeper didn't even fall for it. That's the funny thing, and he still shipped him. But yeah, Garassi's second goal was really good. I really love those sorts of finishes where it's almost like sheer determination that puts the ball in the back of the net. It hits through the goalkeeper. So yeah, good goal. Like they qualified they got into the playoffs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Your boys, Leverkusen beat Sparta Prague 2-0. Florian Wirtz is just
very nice.
That boy is very good at the football. And Nathan Teller, you know what Nathan Teller has that Bukayo Saka has? Real Yoruba cheekbones and dark skin.
Yeah.
Nathan Teller also looks like one of our cousins as well.
For real, man. Nathan Teller could quite literally be a Kunle, you know what I mean? Or, a Benga. Like, it's facts.
That's funny. That's because that's my brother's name. His name could be Balaon too.
Yeah. Actually, I actually know Balaon as well. I know one.
So do I. We all know one.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. Wirtz could have scored a couple today. From the highlights that I saw, but he's just playing at a very, very. He's almost like what the youngsters call flow state.
Yeah.
He's literally just everything that he's trying is just working for him. Yeah.
Arsenal beat Girona 2-1. I'll let you take it away, but I just have to say Ethan Nwaneri's goal was just disgusting. That's literally like watching Bukayo Saka, but an Igbo version. So
I'll tell you what's really scary, yeah. That none of this surprises me. And I'm saying this about a 17-year-old. Like I've been there's very few things that you should be able to do and have mastered at that age to a point where it's almost your trademark now. He's been scoring that exact goal all of his career so far. And now you've taken it to the men's game now, to the actual, to where it really matters now. And it's your trademark. Like it's actually your trademark. And I cannot wait for him to get a goal like that in the Premier League because it's coming soon. That's your bread and butter. But he was really good today. Overall, though, I'd say Sterling missing the penalty really made me sad, but I think he was really good as well. What's his name? Neto trying to save the ball outside his box. What is that? What strain of weed is that?
Not the one I'm on. Maybe I tell you that much, because whatever he is smoking, that's crack. That's not weed. That's crack. But Thomas Partey definitely was at fault for that goal, by the way, and I know you know it.
I think so as well. But Calafiori is the one that played him on side, you know. So, but the way I see it, I'm not really gonna defend him. But at the same time, Arteta playing him there is just like, well,
a bit
whatever. Like, and the fact that he got 45 minutes, you know, lets me know that he's absolutely starting on Sunday. Which, I have mixed feelings about that. I'll say that.
Barcelona Atalanta was 2-2 at the start of this game. Went 0-0 in the first half, and I was like, "Oh, come on, man! Everybody scored but you guys." And they decided, "Hey, guess what? We got 4 of them, each a piece." Arujo got a really good header. Was good to see him wearing the captain's armband. You know, he's had injury issues. Lamine Yamal's first goal. Let me tell you something. It's so fast that you didn't realize what he did. You know, when those goals when like you have to see the second angle, like the angle from behind to really understand what we saw.
Or sometimes like it happens so quick that your body hasn't even been able to react.
Yes. Yeah. So his first touch, right? His first touch to set up that goal, I was like, this is an alien. This is not a football player. This has come from a different planet. He came from the same place Wemby came from. They come from that planet, because I'm like, you're 17. Your first touch should not be that clean. You should not have that much composure. Like, you haven't even you can't even legally drink, and you're doing this. Like, this is insane to me.
You're doing this to grown men.
Bro, and the crazy thing is, when the next World Cup comes up, he still won't even be 25. Not this one coming up next year, 2026. 2030, he won't even be 25.
That's mental.
Yeah.
That's absolutely mental.
Isn't that crazy to think about? That he probably be just turning 26 at the third World Cup after that. The one after that. Insane.
Oh, man, that's actually just blowing my mind, man.
Yeah, it's insane, and he's that good.
Yeah.
And Edison's goal. Did you see it?
I didn't actually. Yes, I saw it. He checked it back in, and he hit in their post from outside the box. Yeah, I did.
Listen,
I did see it. Yeah.
The feat to have that, to do that, and the composure is just insane.
Yeah.
But just to,
and he's a big guy as well.
Yeah, he's 6'2", and like the easily just to shoot it. Like it was like all one motion. It was beautiful. And then Arujo scored, and that was that. End up 2-2. But it was a good game. It's a good game. Lookman's out for a few weeks now.
Well, I think he should be back by the time the actual round of 16 starts, though, I assume.
Yeah. And Mario Palacios scored for Atalanta. Brest and Real Madrid was 3-0. Mbappe didn't really do much today.
Yeah, it's not about Mbappe today. It's literally all about Rodrigo, man.
And Dean and I spoke about him, and he showed out today and showed like, yo, I still got it.
The guy is nuts. He's absolutely He might be the most underrated player around. Genuinely.
You know what? I agree with that. Somebody was saying, and I think the word of Bradley Barcola. Sounds like Barcola's better than him. I was like, no, he's not.
Listen, Barcola is amazing. No. What Rodrigo is, right? Okay, so the goal he scored today, ask yourself how many other wide players in the world could do that with their weaker foot.
Yeah.
Like, look at where he picked up the ball from, and he's created a chance for himself, and he's hit it past the goalkeeper in such a convincing manner. You'd be mistaken to think he's left-footed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame the thing. Like, the level of grace and dignity, not dignity, sorry, of grace and difficulty, and but the ease that it makes it look that he does it at, kind of thing, that's nothing to be sniffed at. That is the sign of a truly, truly, truly top class player. To do that, honestly, I was amazed, man.
Yeah, sorry, I just got a really good email, but we'll talk about this later.
Okay.
Real Madrid, Brest, Jude Bellingham. When Jude scored his goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I saw was, this is a special football player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this guy, and I know we've seen Jude a million different times. We've seen him play.
Mm-hmm.
We know how good he is, but just to see this guy just have command of like the whole entire team. Like, they got a lot of egos on that team, right?
Yeah.
But Jude is still like an alpha dog in that team, and he literally ran that ball and pass it off and he got to finish
Yeah,
it. But go ahead.
no, I was gonna say it's more about the fact that he about 3 weeks ago, I think he was doing an interview for Top, so he was talking about I love scoring the easy goals, the tap-ins, because somebody else could have been there, but they're not. It's me that's there, kind of thing. And when
And that's
he
how.
scored that goal today, that's the first quote that I thought of, and I was just like, yeah, he he understands space, he understands the game. Like if you're gonna be a midfielder like him and you're gonna score a lot of goals, most of your goals are going to look like that. So you get good at those goals. Everything else comes with it.
So I was gonna say, I think a lot of people love the sexy goals, and we all love that. The shots from outside, the
Yeah.
volleys. For me, I love tap-ins. I think that is an art to score tap-ins. I
Mhm.
think to me, tap-ins are the hardest goals to score because you need the composure to do it.
You need the composure, but you also need to have the know-how. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
happen by accident. Like because put it as there would be thousands of strikers in the history of football that would all be scoring like that. Okay. Why is the striking position the most expensive position? You know what I'm saying?
Because
Why?
it's hard to find somebody who does that.
Exactly. And when you got a midfielder that can do that, oh mate, you need to hold on to them. So yeah, it's facts, man.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we just nerded out, but I don't care because we're right. And you're wrong. Man City beat Club Brugge 3-1. I thought it was over for them, man. I saw Oyendinka score, which, by the way, I love him. I know I joke about he should start for Nigeria, this and that, but I love Oyendinka's
No, I've
game.
seen him. I've seen enough of him. He's good. He's
Yeah.
good.
He's
Yeah.
good. And, I thought they did it, but when I saw Kovacic's dribble past them, I was like, oh, you guys are cooked. Kovacic,
It kind of baffles me because that's Kovacic's bag. Sorry.
yeah.
Literally since Inter days, that's been his thing, like ball carrying, and he's not done it anywhere near enough at City.
That's why Inter got him in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I get why. Like their midfield in general is very, very geriatric.
Yes.
maybe not in age, apart from Gundogan, but it's not an athletic midfield.
No.
And yeah, having a gift like that, I feel like it needs to be utilized a lot more. But yeah, that they're probably gonna need to make a couple more midfield signings if you like.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got back into the game, relatively easily. They're now obviously in the playoffs. I think they play. Well, actually, we'll get to it, but I think they play Celtic. But yeah, I think there was an interview I saw after, and the title of the interview was Pep talking about potentially having to play Bayern. No, we're talking about Bayern kind of thing, like saying it was difficult or something like that. I'm like, don't you have to play Celtic first anyway? Now, obviously, they're going to beat the brakes of Celtic, but that's a bit disrespectful, man.
Pep is arrogant, bro. I mean, he's wearing his ex's clothes, so. What you want from him? Red Star traveled to the Wankdorf and played against Young Boys. They got to change that name, bro. I don't like that.
Yeah, I won't lie to you. I didn't even bother flicking on this game. I cannot even lie to you.
So I had on the Whip Around show today, and I had some games on my laptop. And I was just watching the Whip Around show. I was like, there were some really good goals because this Red Star goal they scored against Young Boys, it was good. It was a really good goal. I have to say, you have fun watching that. But that was that. There's nothing really I want to say about that game because no one's really gonna be sitting here watching Red Star. Like I know most people aren't. But your boy, Leo, they won 6-1.
Yeah, and I want to go on record and say I think they have probably been my favorite team overall in this group phase. I mean, they beat Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
They beat Real Madrid as well, didn't they?
They did.
I think they beat Real Madrid as well. And Jonathan David's goal today was just fantastic. Like it was genuinely just
I don't even have any joke. I don't even have any jokes for that. Like his goal was generally good today.
Yeah, like box striker doing what he does, fashioning the chance face off, finishing it on his weaker foot, if you like. Yeah, great goal, man. And put it like this, they probably won't make it that far, but it's been very refreshing. With this whole sort of league phase, it's good to see that a team like that can benefit from it. And it's not just the top 8 of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Arsenal, Inter. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's good that they've been able to utilize it and take advantage of these fixtures the way they have. So I'm not going to give UEFA any sort of credit and shit. Like, you've done okay, I suppose, isn't it? You've done okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but listen, man, it's one of those things where I'm sorry, I love the format, man. It's been good. Today was one of those days where it's just chaos. So I enjoyed it. Angel Gomez, though, man, he's got feet. That boy is good.
Yeah.
and Santi Jimenez had a goal.
He's a free agent, isn't he?
Yeah, and he says he wants to go back to Old Trafford.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So Juventus hosted Benfica, wore their really nice kits and lost 2-0. It's looking bad for old boy, man. It's looking bad for a boy. I'm not feeling it, man. Like he's Thiago Motta's not doing that well, and Vlahovic is not good.
Yeah, to be honest, he put it like this. This is his first big job, right? And like young players, young managers, their development isn't linear, kind of thing. Some managers take a little while to work shit out, kind of thing. Some managers fly from the offset, but some of them have Eto'o, Henry, and Messi in their front line when they first take over. Is what it is. But some managers take longer to get their shit together. But I will say, put it like this: this will make him better. But at the same time, maybe. And I'm not trying to cast any finality over him, but maybe he might be better suited managing smaller. I won't say a small club, but smaller clubs that don't have as much expectation, but he's able to overperform with them, if you like. Kind of like an Emery, if you like.
I was about to say Emery.
Yeah.
I was about to say that, but I didn't want you to curse me out for bringing.
No, it's facts. We'll get to Emery and Aston Villa, but maybe that might be his bag. There's nothing wrong with that. He can still find a lot of success doing that. So.
Celtic Aston Villa was 4-2. Morgan Rogers scored a decent goal, and then he scored a really good goal. And then he did his celebration to show that he's not the one. He did the
when he's playing Champions League football, isn't it? So
and scoring in it, and then scoring it. Yeah, Adam Ida had a brace. Should be a Nigerian Irishman, and then Ollie Watkins had a goal, missed a penalty, looked like John Terry in 2008. I love that. And then Morgan Rogers got a hat trick. Guess what? Before this game, guess how many goals Morgan Rogers scored in the Champions League?
0.
Yep, his first Champions League goals was a hat trick. So
that's mental, man. And I'm happy. I'm genuinely, I'm happy for him anyway. He's been one of the breakout stars of this season in general, but also the fact that it's another option for Thomas Tuchel now as well. So
and Morgan Rogers is very good.
Yeah.
And that's another one that has ball striking as well.
Yeah. Excellent ball striking. So,
Zagreb beat Milan 2-1. Martin Batruna, he's one of those talented Croatian kids that they say the next Modric. He's one of those ones, so he got his goal today. So he looked solid. He looked good today. Won't complain too much about him. Pulisic scored. He's been doing really well for Milan.
He's been their talisman this season, isn't it? So still not a fan, but I got to call it like it is, man.
Yeah, Yunus Musa got a red card in the 39th minute. It really wasn't a red card. The player that he kind of pulled back sold it really well. Like that's football, you have to sell the bullshit. And then what's it called? Zagreb got the winner. Milan looks very just. I don't know, man. It's rough being a Milan fan.
They're still like I said a couple of weeks ago. It's working out what they want to be under this Conte South fella. But
yeah.
God, how many more games left?
Hey man, listen. And here's the thing. I'm running through this because there's so many good games, bro. There was so many good games. But we got about 3 more, something like that. Yeah.
I want to put the knockouts.
Into Morocco, I love this game because Lautaro Martinez is back to his best. Just finishing with a plum, had a brace today. I know you hate him. It's okay.
I don't hate him. He's just got a weird haircut, and I think he's just not athletically gifted, and that just holds him back so much.
Yeah.
So.
Actually had a hat trick today. Him and Morgan Rogers had hat tricks today.
No, they didn't.
Who else? Someone else had a hat trick today.
Yes, Ousmane Dembélé, but we'll get to him.
Yeah, we will get to him. But yes, Lautaro had a hat trick. Your boy Marcus Thuram got somebody a red card. He was throwing his weight around, just like an ape in the care home. He was just going.
I'll be real though. I know he's a big guy already, but he's very, very slight, Marcus Thuram. Yeah. And he is strong as fuck. That is very impressive.
Yeah,
he's very, very impressive.
He's incredibly strong, and for no reason. He's just just an ox. It's like, yo, why are you so strong? I thought he was gonna get fouled because the way he pulled the defender back, but he just used his strength. He's literally just
and the thing is, he's smaller than Lukaku, but I'll be honest with you, I think he might be just as strong as him. He's smaller than him for sure, but he's serious, man.
Oh, I know this has nothing to do with what we're doing. I saw this clip of Godwill Conky, the United kid that we have, the left center back.
Yeah.
He's actually like a tank. I saw him defend today at 16. I was like, I don't know why. I just love seeing people just throw their weight around.
It's Ebba and Pounder.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say, but
Sturm beat Leipzig. Leipzig had a horrible showing in Champions League this season.
Did they win a game? Or they won one?
They won one.
Yeah, they won last week, didn't they? Yeah, they won last week.
You're supposed to score the winner. Salzburg hosted Atletico Madrid, and this was not a competition.
No.
Simeone's son had his breakout today. He was just dancing over the field, doing whatever he wanted. Griezmann was great. Do what they do, man. Just getting wins.
Yeah, I think the Simeone goal, even though it got deflected, was a great finish.
Yeah.
Don't know what the goalkeeper's doing for the second goal.
Trunk.
Yeah, man. Like Atletico Madrid, man. They're someone needs to knock them out, please.
They're a problem. They're a problem.
Someone needs to knock them out, man.
Yeah, Sporting and Bologna was 1-1. This game was really meh. It's really nothing to. Conrad Harder started instead of Gyökeres, so he scored. There's that. And finally, we got PSG and Stuttgart. Stiller, there was not enough nose for him on this pitch. There's too many Africans. He couldn't out African. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Dembele got a hat trick, and Barcola scored the first goal. But
let me tell you, from the corner, absolute. That's it. Honestly, Nico Jova, literally. I'm sure he drew a diagram watching that, thinking, how can we recreate that? Because that was literally an outstanding set piece.
And he meant it. And he meant that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the ball was almost on its way in anyway. So yeah. But Dembele, man, and his hat trick. Listen, like
he understands it now.
Yeah, I put this. I think the first goal he's hit it across the goalkeeper into the top corner, and the second goal he's caressed it into the top corner. And it's just like the variety of finishes, and he goes off both feet. When Dembele is sharp, yeah, he can win you a game. He can win you any game when he's sharp. And he might be the sole reason why they make a deep run. Especially with Kvadratskhelia now, might be taking the burden off him a little bit. Now he might be able to save his legs a bit more in games, kind of thing, and just be there to finish it off, because going either side on defenders, mate, like, it's a problem. Big problem.
Okay, I know I was very mean to him. I can admit that.
I still a lot of us mean to him when he fucks up again, but I'm just saying, I'm calling that it is.
Yeah. And I think Dembele is incredible. But I think there's something, too, about footballers peaking at peaking at 27. That's normal. That's what footballers usually do. But we've been spoiled by so many freaks of nature who's doing it in the early 20s. We think that's normal. It's not normal. Like today, I saw Sekou Kone play for United, and he played his first full 90. You can see the talent is there, but he still got a lot to go. And it's like that with any footballer, man. These guys are still raw. Like even Ethan Nwaneri, he's not even close to being what he's supposed to. Even Saka's not even close to what they're supposed to be. And that's what development is supposed to be. They're supposed to see it. And Dembele, I'm so glad he's putting it together, because when that boy plays and he takes his ADHD medicine, ain't none better. Ain't none better than that boy when he's focused, man. Ain't none better. Man. But that was the games. I had a great time watching every single goal, man. Like I love this. I'm sorry. I know I cussed this format out before, but if you got drama like this on the last day, hey, please continue.
I just need to understand something now. So basically, Celtic. So okay, let's go from the top, right? So this is where it is. So we have.
I'm listening. Monaco. I'm just trying to find out the schedule on my thing too. Go ahead.
Is that Monaco or Brest? It is, isn't it?
So I have it here.
Monaco or Brest.
Yeah.
Will play PSG or Benfica, right?
The draw's Friday, by the way.
Yeah, I know. So I'm saying, Monaco or Brest, will play PSG or Benfica, right? And that's over 2 legs. The winner of that will play either Liverpool or Barcelona, right? Then Sporting Club Brugge will play either at Atalanta or Dortmund, and the winner of that will play Lille or Aston Villa, right?
Okay.
And then Celtic or Man City will play either Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, and the winner of that will play Atleti or Leverkusen. Okay, that works for me.
Yo,
That
let me
definitely
tell
works
you
for me.
something. Let me tell you something. I
Go
just
on.
need to see this on paper. Like
Yeah.
me, I don't know, man. Like I'm such a '90s kid. I want to write it down. I want to see it. You know, and it's
Yeah.
just like
So,
I
so this so this is the
understand you
last round.
too.
So this is the
Yeah.
last round of fixtures. Yeah. Well, last round of potential fixtures. Feyenoord or Juventus
Mm-hmm.
will play Milan or PSV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the winner of that will play Arsenal or Inter.
Yo.
So yeah, so basically they need to. So when they do the draw on Friday, basically they'll have it. It'll be a lot more neater, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's crazy that Monaco and Brest, like same country, basically can play each other.
Listen, man. They said forget all the rules. We
Yeah,
doing WWE. This is Royal Rumble.
this is basically a Royal Rumble here, man. So yeah,
Vince
man.
McMahon, your legacy lives on. You sick freak.
But I'm gonna memorize. But I'm gonna try to look at this for like next season. So potentially, right?
Yeah.
This is the blueprint. First or second will play the teams between 15 to 18. Right?
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
That's weird because
Bro.
if you could because third or fourth, which is Arsenal and Inter, will play either 14th or 13th or 19th and 20th. Why are these
Yeah.
people so weird?
Bro.
Yeah, that's just I don't like that. Anyway, but yeah, it is what it is, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed the league phase. We will be there for the knockouts for sure.
Do you want to talk about Nicolas Anelka, the Colombian one?
Oh, okay. So he's going to Al Nassr, right?
Yeah.
And Arsenal obviously bid for Ollie
Ollie
Watkins. Yeah. So I don't blame him, to be honest. Like, but a lot of people are forgetting this, right? Oscar, the Brazilian from Chelsea, he set the trend. A lot of people just either have selective memory or they're forgetting, right?
I'll tell
And
you
all
who
this,
the I'll tell you who the real trendsetter is. It was
you're gonna
Samuel
say
Eto'o
Sammy Eto'o, innit? Yeah.
when he went to Russia.
Yeah, when he went to Russia. But the thing is with that, he wasn't really at the peak of his powers then. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is true.
Whereas Oscar was at the peak of his power, coming into the peak of his powers,
Yeah.
and John Duran isn't even at the peak of his powers. They bid for Boniface as well. Now I don't particularly have a problem with this because I always like in certain aspects anyway, like the old guard being shaken up a little bit, like so the same way Europe, was doing it to South America, or whatever kind of thing. Now Europe's having it done to them by the Middle East. Is what is a circle of life, isn't it? But it's just from a what's the word I'm looking for? From a spectacle point of view, it doesn't worry me now, but potentially it could when you start seeing players potentially like, I don't know, a Vinicius Jr., for example, going to Saudi at 25, 26. That's going to be like, well, I don't care, how many good players they got there. I'm not watching the Saudi league, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where it's going to be a bit more like, they're taking all the good players now. Now the quality of our leagues are suffering, So that's where I'm at with it. But, yeah, good for him, man. Look, they're offering life-changing money. Like, he's already making technically life-changing money, but he's gonna be able to change his grandchildren's lives with this money. You see what I'm saying? So,
this is so much money that Central C will talk about. We never had generational wealth.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. This is it.
And this is my thing, right? And I say this all the time. I don't really care about these players leaving for money, man. My younger brother, my cousin, or professional footballers, and I know how much they made. I know what was going on with that, and I understand. Listen, money is going to change your life. Okay, like you have a lot of these footballers who are playing for teams that never supported when they grew up. It's a job at the end of the day. And you got to remember where a lot of these players come from. Boniface comes from, the gutter in Nigeria. John Duran probably came from similar conditions in Colombia. So these guys, for them to even make it to Europe and play for Aston Villa or Leverkusen is a dream done in itself. Then now you're going to get money where you can change not just your life, not your kids, like your family's set for life now. Like this is a generational type of money. So I'm not mad at it. And Neymar, to round it out, Neymar literally left Brazil and came back home to the team he supported, Santos, and has enough money to buy Santos now and live fine for the rest of his life. I'm not mad at it. That's a career well done. That's a career well done because, listen, you hit the lottery. Literally, you're hitting the lottery with your own God-given talents.
Yeah.
What can you do?
So I mean, there was a Boniface. Was it? I think it was a Boniface post where he said it might have been, but it might have been what's his name?
Ousmane?
It might have been Osimhen as well. That's the thing. But I'm pretty sure Boniface would agree anyway. But he said if you knew where we come from, you would never root against us.
It was Ousmane who said that.
It was Osimhen, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's why I said that, like, I love Ousmane for United because I don't think United fans understand where he's from in Lagos. I don't think you understand where you come from to like be that determined to leave that place.
Exactly. So, and this is the same for a lot of these man. So yeah, I'm not really mad at it per se.
Mhm.
It's just more about for selfish reasons, you know, for my own entertainment. Like, I want to see these man playing in the Champions League and shit in La Liga.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is, man. But yeah,
we got Europa League tomorrow. I might do a little thing. I know
yeah.
no one.
Oh yeah. So, okay, so they're gonna do the draw on
the
Friday
same,
in Europa.
yeah, Europa League is the same format. 18 teams is tomorrow. So the same thing we
and
have today.
conference as well, right?
Yeah, they're all doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have the whip around show on but I'll have United on for sure. But that's one of those things where it's like, oof, it's a lot of games, my boy.
What we got this weekend outside of obviously Arsenal
boy.
City and the Milan derby?
Oh boy, what do we have this weekend? Do we have some football for you? So in the Premier League, we have Chelsea West Ham. Good little London derby on Monday.
That's the hooligan derby.
Yeah, but the real tasty game of the Premier League this weekend. You know what it is? Bournemouth hosting Liverpool.
Yeah.
You're having that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, to be honest, because Arsenal playing on Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be very, very glued to my TV on Saturday for sure.
Yeah. Over in La Liga, there's nothing really to take away. I mean, you could watch Betis and Athletic Club. Barcelona plays Alaves. Real Madrid plays Espanyol. Atletico Madrid play Mallorca. So there's really nothing that you really want to like look out for. But I mean, there's gonna be some, action. So if you want to, please watch some La Liga. Obviously, we have the Milan Inter derby, the Milan derby. We also have Roma and Napoli the same day as well.
Yeah.
And Atlanta Torino. Torino's been, they've been doing things this week. So this season.
We got Brest versus PSG.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's our derby. That's for us.
Yeah.
That's for us only. I'm looking at Germany. We got Frankfurt, Wolfsburg, Union Berlin, Leipzig, Leverkusen, Hoffenheim. There's not really too much. Bayern are playing against Holstein Kiel.
Holstein Kiel, I believe.
Yeah. Nobody's watching that. Nobody's watching that. And there's nothing else really in Ligue 1, right? Nothing really too pressing. Yeah, but excited, man.
Marseille Lyon, actually.
Okay. Clash your heads. Lyon just fired their coach again.
Yeah.
So,
and Dortmund are getting Kovac apparently. Actually,
again, welcome back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm reasonably certain he managed them before.
Yeah, welcome back. I'm pretty sure he did. Then he went to Bayern after that. Did he? Okay. Yeah, Niko Kovac. Yeah. Did he coach them? No, he never coached. He never coached Dortmund. Never mind. It was Frankfurt, Bayern, Monaco, Wolfsburg.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought he coached. Yeah. I was like, I know he jumped from a German team to a German team. It was Frankfurt. Yeah. You got anything else you want to add for the people before we get out of here?
Nothing, man. Really, just you know how much we appreciate you guys. We're not saying it for nothing. Like, share, subscribe, comment. We hope we brighten your days with our shit. Yeah, and love you, man.
Love you guys, man. We're out. Everyone needs to take it easy. Peace.
Hey, folks, this is Dan from the Shirtless Plantain Show. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and follow us on all our socials. You can see them right beneath our recordings in every video. Thanks again, and see you on the next one.